Good day and welcome back to another DB Legends video. And in this video we're going to be taking a look at the Ultra Goku Rose, and we're going to decide or take a look at whether he's worth summoning on as a Ultra unit. So obviously Goku Rose, very hype. I think everyone's super excited for how he looks. They think he looks great. His art looks really good, and his kit looks pretty good as well. I don't want to diminish the fact that he looks like a very solid unit. Of course, when it comes down to these things, especially when you're obviously bringing in units, we want to look at their kit as well, and Goku Rose looks really solid. So Goku Rose reminds me a lot of Beast Gohan, and I think overall he could be a very similar performing unit. His main ability is obviously his ability to draw the ultimate card, Art Dancing / Heavenly Annihilation. Next, he restores his own health, his own ki, nullifies unfavorable element factors, and inflicts all enemies with an attribute downgrade of minus 30% to health restoration. His ultimate skill is Dancing / of Heavenly Annihilation, which will allow him to deal supreme slice damage, apply the following effects to himself upon activation: increased damage, reduction to the enemy's sustained damage CUT effects, nullification of the restore health at 0 effect, and he also has blast armor. And then of course he has his special move, which is Blade of Violent God, which gives him a 15% increase to special move damage and inflicts enemies with multiple attribute downgrades, along with also heavy bleed, strong poison, and a 40% paralysis chance. This is pretty good. To be honest with you, the reason why this is really good is because it plays into his unique passive, which depends on the amount of abnormal conditions on the enemy. The thing is, this guy very much feels similar to Gohan. Everyone knows that the big thing with Gohan is that he can basically jump in, nullify elements, eliminate units, restore his vanishing gauge, fire off another special, and kind of like instantly kind of KO units. Goku Rose feels a little bit similar in design, slightly different, but he feels similar. He has the element nullification for 20 seconds or 20 timer counts. That's pretty accessible. He has nullification, the cover change, and he also obviously has this heavy level of debuffing, which plays into his ability to restore his vanishing gauge. So it is a little bit interesting. His special skill is Symbol of Fury. Very kind of standard nowadays. Own ki, restoration, increase of damage, but he randomly destroys 2 enemy cards. This is pretty good. It's going to help you to disrupt the flow of your opposition. If you're below 25%, it will also restore your health once off and also charge your unique gauge. So this is pretty good. Honestly speaking, it also allows him to draw some additional cards. So overall, it's really solid. He's a future and powerful opponent buffer that's very apparent, was never going to be anything else. And then we have unfathomable, thank you, Rage Against All Creation. He has 120% increased damage inflicted, increased to his strike damage of 20%, 65% damage reduction, which is kind of the metric for Ultras and Legends Limited nowadays. Reduction to his own strike costs, all of which cannot be cancelled, and he inflicts all enemies with attribute downgrade plus 10% to damage received. If his own health is 50% or below, he randomly destroys 3 enemy cards. He draws a special arts card next. He seals all their main abilities. He restores his own health by 5% when faced by an enemy, and he gains 25 ki. Very strong stuff. If he uses a strike arts card or a special move or an ultimate arts card when the enemy is inflicted with an abnormal condition, he will increase his damage done, reduce their ki, seal their special moves, and he will also decrease or increase their damage from CUT sustained effects. So it's pretty crazy. Very good stuff. Obviously all of this really gives him a kind of good leverage and tempo control. Once you fall below 50%, it gives him the ability to kind of bounce back. And yeah, he looks pretty solid from that perspective. Remember, he doesn't have a nullification at 0 effect. He doesn't have a health regain at 0 effect. So there is a, he looks very strong. He looks very good. He has a lot of control. He has ceiling. But without the ability to restore health from 0, you have to do a lot with his 1 life. So it does explain why he's pretty strong off the bat, and you don't really get second chances. So if he gets knocked out, that is something that's going to happen. One thing that's notable is when he has his unique gauge. When his unique gauge is at full, if he uses an arts card, he will restore his health, plus 70% to key recovery, nullify their special cover change actions, and if he uses a strike arts card when the unique gauge is full, he will draw the ultimate card out next, Dancing Slash of Heaven, restore his own key, restore his own vanishing gauge, and basically just have a good time. Banner-wise, not the most exciting. It's not a terrible banner. It's basically a way to kind of give yourself an all-in-one inclusive future team to a certain extent, but I wouldn't say this is a thrilling banner. I'm not going to say this is the best banner I've ever seen. It's definitely not. Could it be better? Yes. Could it be worse? Yes. I think what would have been nice is to have the red androids on here. I think that would have been good overall. And I think in general, yeah, maybe to look at bringing back the final form cooler with the powerful opponent kind of buff. I just think they could have lent a bit more on the powerful opponent side rather than bringing future units back. We have future units around all the damn time because a lot of them cross over with God Key. So yeah, I just think they could have changed the banner a little bit. There's not a huge distinct value in these units. They're not crap units at all. They're just not as exciting as I think they could have made the banner. But then again, Rose is very exciting himself, so you have to weigh it up. In terms of whether you should summon on the banner, I'm going to be honest, it's the standard classic Ultra banner. So 4 steps, 3 for 1,000, and then 1 for free. If you have a good future team, if you're someone who's invested on the Goku Rose, Zamasu kind of spectrum, I think you can go for this banner. I think this is probably the best future drop you're going to get this side of the anniversary. I don't see them buffing it for anniversary. Of course, I could be wrong. They buff future all the damn time. But yeah, I think if you have a good team already set up, go for it. If not, save your Chrono Crystals. It's getting squeaky bum time to Annie. So yeah, but that's it from me. Let me know what you think. Bye.